Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions, and in this video tutorial for the LSP Color Change Palette selection, I'm going to show you how to make a more complex and more accurate selection of your subject before even using the color change actions. Now, of course, you don't need to use this, as the other video tutorial showed you. You can simply play the color palette on, the mask is created for you, and you can just paint this onto your image. But sometimes we may want to make a more complex and more accurate selection before just going ahead and painting, and then using this selection for all of the color changing. So I'm going to show you how to do that using the actions in Photoshop. I'm in Photoshop CC, so you can use the subject selection CC only action. If you're using other versions of Photoshop, you're going to need to use this manual action below. I'm going to show you how to use both of them. I'm tripping over my words today, I do apologise. So first of all, I'm going to play the subject selection CC only. This relies on Photoshop's own subject selection that is only available in Creative Cloud. A box will pop up with the instructions saying a white brush has been selected for you, the layer mask is selected, you can zoom in and refine the selection. So you'll see here it's made a pretty good selection already of our subject. Now I think I'm going to paint the cushion away, so I'm going to choose a black brush. You may find sometimes it does select other areas of your image that you do not wish to use in your colour changing or you wish to preserve. What the action will do, it will create two different versions for you, and I'll show you that in just a moment there. Now if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see this is rather a jagged selection. It's not done a bad job, but it's not great. So I'm just going to use a soft brush here around this mohair area just to paint on. I recommend keep changing your brush hardness or softness depending on the image. I'm also going to give you a tip for selecting hair and areas like this, which you can use in all versions of Photoshop, not Photoshop Elements. In Elements you have to rely on the layer mask, a more basic version of masking. So I'm just going to use this just to make sure I'm selecting all these edges here. At this point it does pay to be as accurate as you possibly can be. It's really worth you taking the time to make a really accurate selection here using the mask. And you can see I'm selecting everything but the background. And you can do a few of these. You could do one for a hat, one for a wrap and one for the background, or you could just select everything apart from the skin tones. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. This is very, very versatile. So now I have the selection. I'm going to refine it a little bit around this area here. You see the mohair of the hat, and it's hit and miss really what you want to do with that, because hair and fluff and very, very fine fluffy areas is generally quite transparent, so it won't matter if some of the background colour is leaking through onto that. But I'm going to Control or Command click the mask to bring this selection up. Click on your main layer again, come up to select. If you're using older versions of Photoshop, you can hit select and mask here. If you're using Creative Cloud, here's a little trick for you. Hold down Shift and then hit select and mask, and you'll bring up the old refine edge. This is hidden within Photoshop now. I don't know why. So I'm just bringing this brush down, and what I'm going to do is just use this lightly around this fluffy area just to pick up some of that fluff. And that's done a pretty good job, so I'm going to hit OK, and you can see that's just refined this selection a little bit more. So I'm going to come up here on the subject selection, get a white brush, and just use that really lightly, switching between black and white just to pick up some of those little fluffy hairs. And that's just giving us a lot more of an accurate selection there around the fluffy areas. So now you have the mask made, you can come on to Create a Mask Part 2. So you click this one, hit Continue, and this will actually create two masks for you can use. One, you can see the background is selected but not the subject, and the other one, the subject is selected but not the background. And this is going to be really easy when it comes to colour changing. If you're using older versions of Photoshop or Elements, you can use the Select Subject Selection manual here. And what this will do, your whole image will go red. It will give you a black brush. And you need to start painting off any areas you do not want to colour change. For example, the skin, whole outfits again. You can use this to select just a background, just a hat, just a dress, any areas, or you can use this just to kind of remove the skin, but keep other areas. It's entirely up to you, because you could do a few of these if you want to. There's no stopping you kind of presetting yourself several masks. And if this all seems a bit complex for you, it's actually easier than it sounds. What this is basically doing is you're pre-planning a little bit of legwork, so when it comes to colour changing, that part is going to be really, really simple. But of course you can do it the easy, much more manual way that I show you in video tutorial number 2 and video tutorial number 3. And once you've decided which areas you want to save from colour changing, for example here the face, you can play Create a Mask Part 2, and this will do the same thing again. It will create those masks for you. And they're here ready to use. You can see they are invisible. They have the little eye is not selected next to them. And you have these masks that have been created for you, both in normal and inverted. So let's go for a colour change and I'll show you how this works. How about we go for Yellow Meadow, and we want to just paint the background yellow. You're going to select the subject here, select the layer mask that's already been created for you now. Hold down Alt and drag this up to the yellow to replace it, and you see it's automatically done it. So the hard work that took you a few minutes just a moment ago is now paying off because you can use this as your mask. How about we play pink? And again, just change the background to pink. Or you could select the subject and just paint the hat. To make the marching ants come up like I just did there, you just Control or Command click that layer mask and it will just kind of highlight that selection for you, and you can go ahead and use that on other layer masks too. Maybe we want to paint that off the cushion, for example. I don't know. You can literally just paint this on or off wherever you want this to show. If you've hit the wrong mask, you can invert it. You can see here I'm painting over the face, nothing is happening, but if I paint over the background, it does. That's how that layer mask is working. So I'm just using this to take that pink off the cushion. So when you're making colour changes, you can use this pre-selection to use it to create these masks ready-made, and then you can just enjoy yourself when it comes to changing the colour in your images. For example, like that, a little bit of a rough colour change there, just to show you how that one works. So if you have some complex areas, or you have an image that you would really like to try a lot of subject selection in, for example, you want to just do a hat and you want to do a background and you want to do a wrap, completely different colours, tones, and you'd like to work on different layers for those, you can use this masking technique that's already built in. And that will really help you. Just realise I need to change this to pink, don't I, because the hat is pink. So you can see I'm just manually masking this in. Using a white brush to show, hitting X on the keyboard to create a black brush to hide. So I have one hand on the mouse and the other on the keyboard right now. It's just going between X, which is switching right here between black and white. And again, you can try lots of them. Now you have your selections made, your masks made, you can simply Alt and drag to change. So I've just changed the hat and the background to grey. And I'm just going to refine that a little bit more. I realise I've managed to paint onto the skin. It's because I was using a pink, so I didn't notice so much when it was on the skin there. How about a yellow cushion there that we already painted in? It's just the whole thing that makes it so much easier to colour change. So that's how to use the subject selection for CC, the subject selection manual, and creating a mask. Next up, in the next video, you can see how to use a manual colour change here using the slide for colour, choose from image, or for white backgrounds.